Listen, the Tinder swindler was a very easy thing to find if you were one of those women. If you didn't compromise on one of these standards, standards are there to override emotional decisions. In other words, let's just say you really like, let's just say you hire your friend to work at your job and you love them as your friend. But one of the policies at your job says that if they're late 3 times, they're fired no matter what, right? Those are your standards. Let's just say your friend is late 3 times in 3 months, right? And that's a fireable offense. Without the policy, most likely nepotism would have kicked in and you would have said, it's no big deal. You're my boy. I'm not going to fire you. But let's just say you're beholden to the standards of your job, to the policy, and you'll tell your boy, look, man, I love you, you're my friend, but because you were late 3 times, the policy says you're fired. I don't want to fire you, but those are the standards at this job. Don't take it personal. In fact, your friend wouldn't take it personal because he understands, and you understand, even though it was difficult to do, you fired him and you did the right thing. That's the power of having standards. It overrides an emotional decision. And the number one rule with a guy, 3 rules that I always tell you guys to never break, is never accept guys who verbally hit you, no, who verbally abuse you, who physically abuse you, and who financially ask for money in the beginning. Men who ask for money in the beginning, men who hit you, men who are verbally abusive. But particularly in this case is asking for money. Let me tell you something. Anytime anybody asks you for money in the first month, for $50, for $60, for whatever, okay? That's a humongously red flag, especially if they're asking for a lot of money. Listen to me. Just make it a policy, no matter what, no matter how rich he looks, no matter how successful he is, never give money to men. In general, anybody you don't know less than a few months, never give them money. Because most likely, a lot of the times they won't give it back, or they'll take too long to give it back, and it'll create resentment. But so if those women had that policy in mind, where they would never give money out to a man no matter what, this would never happen to them. It just would not have never happened to them. But they let their emotions affect their decision making. They like the guy. They let their eyes fool them. Because the biggest weakness of humans is their visual. If you look the part, people will treat you the part. Okay? This is why I dress the way I dress. It's intentional. I don't want you guys to assume. I think I'm a smart person. I really do think so, right? But I'm not a super smart, but I think I'm kind of decently smart. But I don't want you guys to judge me based on the how nice my tie is and how intellectual I sound using big words. I want you guys to judge me based on the soul of what I say, all right? And a lot of people on YouTube fake it, right? I try to go the other direction. I try to look a certain way, but to be that person despite of the way that I look. And I think I've achieved that to a certain degree, right? But the visual is the easiest road to make people believe, right? Seeing is believing, but seeing is in reality. What you see a lot of the times is not reality. A lot of the times what you see is curated. A lot of the times what you see, people make it specifically so that it guides you to a certain decision, right? So a lot of the things are not what they seem, especially if you barely know the person, right? Now, the scam that this guy did was really good, okay? So I understand why they got fooled. I don't blame them. They're humans, and women have hypergamy, right? Women are consistently looking for better. It's nothing bad. It's what your ancestors did, and you are the descendants of this of your ancestors who use this as a strategy to get here. So it does work. There's nothing to be ashamed of. It's like men who are superficial. It's your, you come from an ancestors of men who mostly all of them were superficial, and women come from an ancestors of women who mostly were looking for some resources in a man and protection. It's just how it is. Okay, so women, it's in their instinct to always be looking for a better option, just like it's in the man's instinct to always be checking out women. It's just how it is. Okay, but you could overcome that and make sure this never happens by having standards. And one of those standards is never give out money. If a man asks for money twice in a month, it's one thing to ask for money once, and let alone to have the balls to ask a girl out, to ask a girl who you're dating for money. Seriously, it takes like it's almost like if you meet somebody, and let's just say this person doesn't have money, right? Let's just say you're stuck in the streets, right? And let's just say you need an extra $10 to have a burger, as an example, right? And you have a friend who says, "Let me just ask somebody for money," right? The fact that your friend is so comfortable with asking for money says that this person most likely asks for money and does it consistently. You give it's what it says about the person's character to be willing to do that. See what I'm saying? It's not normal to be asking for money with people who you barely know. It's not normal, right? So just let alone that is a red flag. Now a lot of you ladies are smart, so I know you guys won't fall for it. But you know what? If you like a guy a lot, it could potentially happen to you. When you fall in love, that's when you become the most gullible. And that's why you have to rely on standards to keep you on the right path. All right? Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys want to learn more about this, I have a lot of courses that I sell online. You can check it out in the description down below. And let me know what your opinion is on the Tinder swindler. Have you ever been scammed by a guy? I've been scammed by women. I even got mugged in Mexico. Not a good time. Anyways, I'll see you guys in the next video. All right, ladies and gentlemen, if you guys ever want to learn how to use your feminine energy to influence people, learn how to use your masculine energy to become more assertive, and also learn how to blend both energies to improve your dating life, your spiritual life, honestly, your relationship life, your family life, your career life, this is the course for you. If I had to make a course for my nieces, I have two nieces, one is 19 and one is 15. 16. Holy shit. Oh my God, he's a bad fucking uncle. He's a bad uncle. Get him. Shut up, Melissa. You should get this course, right? And this is the course that I will make for them. So, for example, watch the curriculum, right? In the first week, we're going to be showing you how to establish a strong masculine foundation without letting it hurt your feminine energy. This masculine foundation is a source of who you are, right? It's your bodyguard. Without this, whatever feminine energy you create will be destroyed by the outside, because your masculine is your shield. So we'll talk about goal setting. We'll talk about how to develop a serious attitude. We're gonna be talking about how to use more logic, how to use more goal-oriented behavior. It's more how to be a man. Now the next one is how to embrace the feminine energy, right? This one would teach you about how to minimize excessive masculine traits, developing self-awareness, healing abundant feminine energy, regulating your emotion, mastering voice qualities and facial expressions, surrendering control, and allowing pain to be felt. This is honestly, this will supercharge, like Kaioken, your masculine energy. After that, we have femininity in the workplace, and how to be feminine in the workplace without letting people take advantage of you, and the nuances of how women on power should behave versus women who are subordinates in the workplace, and even the dress code. This is based on psychology, people. It's kind of insane. I'm actually excited about this one. The next week, we talk about navigating the labyrinth of male and female friendship, and this a lot of women find confusing, so we talk about that. And how to identify envious friends, how to identify the good friends, how to keep male friends, and how to keep female friends. Week 5, we talk about how to release the burden of the past and stop and destroy mental projections. This is actually really powerful. And then week 6, we talk about how to increase your observational power so that you could read people better. And we have a bunch of bonuses. The course starts at $99, and you guys can pre-order the course today at $69 before it goes out. If you're watching this, most likely I'm in the meditation retreat, so most likely I will be praying for all of you guys. And just click on the description down below of the video. Right there, you'll see it, and you could pre-order that course. It's gonna be out by the end of next month or the beginning of February of March. One of the two people, because I have a 10-day retreat to do, and I want to finish the course after the retreat, because I think the ideas are gonna be so much better. All right, man. I'll see you guys later. Pre-order, man. Oh, I'm closing the channel.